Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 franchise mode here in the state of hockey. In the previous episode, we begun the 2027-2028 regular season, and as you can see right there, it's been a pretty damn good year so far. We are almost exactly halfway through the season, 40 games to be exact. We are absolutely torching the league. 32-5-3. We are unbeatable in the regular season at this point. I don't want to jinx anything heading into this episode, knock on some wood. But we have been the best regular season team. One of the best regular season teams in a very, very long time. You haven't seen this kind of dominance since, I want to say, Detroit in the early 2000s, late 90s, like Edmonton in the 80s, Montreal, of those decades, you know. We're winning cups too, which is the most important point, right? Win a cup, especially when you're this kind of team. It's a Stanley Cup every year or you failed. I know that's a lot to ask for, but we should be in that conversation every year, especially with the kind of squad we have. Now, there were a few comments on the last few videos, so I did pre-record a few videos, but I did catch up finally. Haha. So, there's a little conversation about Nolan Patrick and the trades I made. Now, let's go take a look at Nolan Patrick. Now, I know Jack Hughes was 2 years younger. Nolan Patrick is not as offensively talented as Jack Hughes. I know that's a fact. I completely agree with that. You know, I don't know where they'll end up in their careers, but in this game so far, Nolan Patrick is definitely not the offensive powerhouse. But right now, I really, really enjoy what he's bringing to the team. I do. I like what he's bringing to the team. I think he's been good for us. You know, he's great defensively, and we're going to need that if we get caught in a bout in the playoffs. And it's going to get tight, and a guy like this can help us score goals, and he's going to be good defensively, and that shows. And now I know he might have been injury-prone earlier in his career, but it seems in simulation he hasn't missed many games. He missed 8 games there. No, wait, 7. Hasn't missed any games this season, which is good to see. So if he can stay healthy, I think it's a win on our end, because we also got Schlappick from Tampa Bay. That was another player that we got on, and it ended up him not fitting into this team. I get it. I understand that. But we got 2 firsts out of him. Now, I know 2 firsts. Will they turn into a player like Schlappick? Maybe. You never really know. But there was a suggestion to move Sergei Gogolev. I know this is kind of moving past Nolan Patrick. Waters is currently leading the entire rookie class in scoring. But I think I want to try Gogo at center for a bit. I think a nice power forward. You throw the... I just want to try and maybe he'll pick it up. He has not been the best this season. He's half a point per game, which is where I want him at through the early years, through his first few years as an NHLer. But I'm going to try him here for a bit, see how that works out, because he technically has a better face-off percentage than Waters. I think Waters can be a decent guy for us because he's leading all rookies. I don't want to screw with that, but this change shouldn't hurt us. But we got 2. I want to find out where Boston is. Boston is in the Atlantic, obviously. Where are they? Ooh, the Bruins suck this year. I mean, they're not too far out of a playoff position, but you never really know. We have their first this year and next year, which is huge for us. Now, I'm not going to check the stats out this early into the episode. If you don't know what the stats look like heading into this episode, go watch the last episode. We were dominant. Anthony Francis is a machine. So let's view contracts real quick. I'm not sure if I can discuss... Okay, I can't. Kel Newman, I don't know why I can't discuss. Oh, this offseason is gonna be bad. Now, there was this suggestion to trade Weeman. That is a very expensive contract. Rensfeld, we got Mackey coming up. We have Tallender coming up. Weeman might be the next guy on the chopping block. I know he's one of the best goalies in the NHL right now, but I don't want to lose any of my top 6 guys. Newman, Anthony Francis, Pietrangelo, Kaprizov, Langweeder. Those guys make this team, especially our defensemen, right? We don't want to lose too much. And the goaltending, we come from... We have a lot of depth when it comes to goaltending. We are plentiful. Okay, we are 32-5-3, heading into January. A new year is upon us. Let's see if we can start this one out right against the Washington Capitals. Let's go. Let's just go to the end of this month. We'll check the stats out at the end of this simulated month, and then we'll see how the boys are doing. I'm expecting Anthony Francis to hit 82 points by the end of this month. Now, Mr. Griffin came to me. I think he'll be negative about it, obviously, because this is how this game works. Obviously, Chris Griffin is an absolute beauty, and I'm not mad at him. Don't worry, Chris. Don't worry. He's an absolute beauty. We start off the new year with a big 6-2 win. Oh, yeah. Here we go, boys. Let's keep the momentum going. It's been a great half season so far. Let's keep it going. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make any moves at the deadline. Now, we do lose in regulation there against Tampa. Let's turn it around here, boys. There we go. Beat some West teams. Make it happen. Chris Griffin is actually hurt until January 21st. I'm actually just going to go head coach, replace his player, because he should be back in this bye week. So we're fine. Okay, so maybe we can hit 40 wins before the end of this month. Okay. Fitzgerald, I don't think he played any games there. Too bad, so sad. Oh, Chris Griffin is a righty. I keep forgetting that. That's weird. Did Fitzgerald get in any games? No, he didn't. Poor man. I love him, though. He's an absolute beauty. So I'm not too worried about the draft class at this very moment. I know what the big guys are looking like. My scouts are doing a good job. Let's cap this month off with a few more wins. Can we do it, boys? Nashville Predators. No, we're not trading one of our top defensive prospects. No, thank you. Nashville, big win there. First for Cam Fowler. No, our defense is stacked. Thank you very much. And a big 9-2 victory over the St. Louis Blues to finish off January. We are 41-6-4. How is Anthony Francis doing? Oh, he's up to 93 points. Oh, we are first in the NHL. The next best team is the Colorado Avalanche. They actually caught up there to the Stars, so that should be a great first-round bout because it looks like it's going to be those two teams. The Blues are going to have a rough time catching up to the Stars because they have 3 games at hand on the Stars, so that first-round bout between the Avalanche and Stars helps our cause. So we are by far the best team in the NHL, the only team not to lose double-digit games, which is very, very impressive. Or double-digit regulation games. So let's go into the stats and see what is pop, lock, and dropping, okay? Anthony Francis is a machine, and there is no other way to describe that. Now, the majority of the season, he wasn't leading in goal scoring. He is finally caught up to Pietrangelo and Kaprizov and Newman. He's gone all the way up. He is absolutely ripping the league apart. A plus 48. 5 game winners, 31 power play points. He's playing 23 minutes an evening, 37 goals. He's over an assist per game. Now, usually he hits the 60 assist plateau, but 73 is his highest assists. He's on pace to definitely knock that out of the park this year. I'm hoping he does. We just need to continue strong, keep winning games. God, how many points is he at now? He just hit 700 in under 500 games. He's coming for some Wayne Gretzky records. Why did I forget that word? So, Anthony Francis, not more to say about him. How long do we have him on contract for? 6 more years? Alexei Petrangelov, I know. not to be overshadowed by Anthony Francis, Alexei Petrangelo is one of the best players in the league. I keep underrating him because he is so impressive. Legitimately. I don't know if he's capped at a 94. I think that's where he'll be around the majority of his career. But damn, oh my god, 35 goals. We have 4 40-goal scorers on this team. Just over halfway through this season. Do you realize how impressive that is? Our big guys on this team are legitimately getting it done. Not to take away from our depth, but damn, all the big guys are stepping up this year, and it is nice to see, and especially him. I mean, what is his best career season? Or what is his best season in his career? 113 points. That is going to be hard to beat, but I think he can definitely do it. Come on, Petey. You can do it. I believe in you. Kirill Kaprizov, 69 points. Oh, mwah, chef kiss. He's a machine. He is the captain of the Minnesota Wild. He is a 2-time Stanley Cup champion. 106 points last year, 104 the year before that. He's on pace to hit hopefully 100. I don't know if we'll have 3 100-point scorers on this team, but I would love to see that. Cale Noonan is also on a contract year. I know we've been pushing it off the last few years, signing to 1-year deals just so we have to deal with it the year after. This is it. We have to sign him long-term or a bridge contract or something like that because he is, I want to say at the end of this year, he's an RFA still. We have to deal with the problem, but he's not a nuisance. He scores goals, and we have to pay him like that soon. He's going to ask for money. He's not going to be like Petrangelo, who's like, oh, I'll take $7 million. It's fine. He's going to ask for 10 plus. Easy. Is he worth it? Yeah, he is. We're just going to have to deal with that in the future. Louis Langweeder is having a season and a half. 26 goals. I wonder where that ranks all time for him. 32, so he is currently 6 away with plenty of games remaining. 31 to be exact, and he is just a machine. 55 points. That second line is getting it done this year. Nolan Patrick has been pretty good. I know he's not going to be that points guy, but he's been really good for us. He's been good defensively. A little too many penalty minutes. Might have to take him off the 4-man power play. I thought he was playing power play. Whatever. He hasn't been the best on the power play, but he is a good player. I know we have him locked up for 4 more years at 6. I think that's a relatively good contract, especially for a second-line center. If Gogolev turns into that center for us, Nolan Patrick could be a great third-line center for us, don't you think? He's a reasonably cheap centerman. Top-tier centerman, right? He's almost a 90 overall. He's 29. He's relatively young, right? That contract brings him up just before he hits the later downfall of his career. He's a good player. Chris Griffin, 29 points in 51 games. That's exactly where I want him. I mean, what did he have last year? He had 38 last year. His career high is 39. He's 10 points away from tying that with 31 games remaining in the season. I want to say he'll do it, but you never know how this team will perform in the later half. Lionel Waters has been, I think he took a turn there that month, but Gogo got better. I want to say he had 7 points that month. That's relatively good. So with a great month for him, 31 games remaining, he can definitely pick up the points there. And that's what I want Gogo to be, that next guy for us. He's a legitimate goal scorer. I think he's going to be phenomenal for us. Now, if he does perform really well to the later half of the season, I will switch him into a centerman because I know there's been a few suggestions to do that, and I think he could potentially be that guy for us because power forwards transition really easily into centerman, especially with a great face-off stat like that. 77, we can mold him into whatever we want him to be. Adam Beckman, Duar, and Stone have been relatively good. They're all at double-digit points. The only minus player there on the fourth line is Duar, so they're holding their own. They've been relatively good. I know in a postseason bout, Mark Stone's going to be good for us. I have a feeling. But it is time to look at the defense here. Quinn freaking Hughes. But not to undermine Marcus Mironov. This duo right here is one of the best duos in the NHL. I know Quinn Hughes' partner isn't Mironov. It's actually Brandt Clarke, who is also having a great season. Quinn Hughes is not on pace for 118 points. Too bad. But he's probably going to hit a point per game this year. He's at 696 points in 712 career games. He's the real deal. And we have him locked up for, I want to say, 7 more years. Ooh-wee! Marcus Mironov, 26 years of age. First player we ever drafted as general manager of the Minnesota Wild. He's now a top 2 defender, and his potential went up to a high elite. Both these guys, Quinn Hughes and Marcus Mironov, have over an assist per game, which is phenomenal. Brandt Clarke has been so impressive. Zach Werenski actually picked it up there that month. I know he's a rental. I know you might disagree with trading Luke Kunin. It was all for cap. That offseason might come back to bite us, but look at how we're performing right now. We have the assets to go out and make a move like that, and Zach Werenski is definitely going to help us in the postseason. Bissonnette has been very, very impressive. I don't know if he'll finish with the exact point. 19 points last year. He's going to beat that. He's a plus 42, which means he's a really solid defender. Potvin got better there. I mean, he was a minus player there for a bit, but he did inevitably, wow, that's a hard word to say. He inevitably got better. He's 22, 83 overall. We have to sign him. This offseason is going to be rough. Maybe we can go offer him a contract right now. Get him locked up to a nice little contract because his offensive stats aren't the best. He isn't the best overall yet. But I think he's going to turn into that player. Maybe we can get him for a cheap contract. How is my boy Weeman doing? Weeman stayed around the exact same. 36, 5 and 3, 2 shutouts, a 909, and a 255 goals against. Rensfeld has been impressive. His statistics haven't been the best, but he's winning games, and that's exactly what we haven't gotten from a lot of backups in the past. Weeman's been impressive. Rensfeld has also been impressive, but I want to see what the award races are looking like this way through the season. Jaden Weeman leads all goaltenders in wins by 3. Korpisalo is the next best guy. The best goalie I see right here is Cashman. Adam Cashman from the Florida Panthers. Apparently he's destroying leagues, which is super impressive. Phenomenal contract for the numbers he's putting up. And he's done this a lot in his career. I mean, he had a 9.15 there with Hershey. He had a 9.17 last year and a 9.20 this year. I doubt he'll finish with the 9.20, but he's been so impressive. We also have Gustav Zvasinoyov. And guess who that was? The guy that we just traded. So he hasn't been bad for Columbus. I'm glad he's doing well. I'm happy for him. But screw him. He's in the Eastern Conference. I don't care. So let's look at rookie skaters. So Dimitra caught up to Waters, but Waters has 1 game at hand. He's a better plus minus. I think down the stretch Waters might get it, but Dimitra is a better potential. You never know. He's a better goal scorer, but hopefully Waters can take home a Calder. So let's look at the defenseman now. Is Quinn Hughes the man? Quinn Hughes is absolutely the man. So his partner there in M&M might contend for an Norris this year. Honestly, I would love to see that. You got Gustav Fontenberg, who is actually catching up in the point race. Absolute machine of a defenseman. $13 million? He's probably worth it, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. So, I'm excited to see who's leading the league in points, and it is your boy, Anthony Francis. But Corvo will not go away for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's played 1 less game, and he's got 87 points. That is a 6-point differential. So, it's closer at the top than I thought it was going to be. The Leafs are a machine this year. Corvo, Nylander, they got Matthews, Tavares. They are dangerous. I'm just glad they're in the East because they are playing phenomenal this year. I think Corvo is also leading in goals, 52 through 50 games. I would love to see a player go out there and score over a goal per game. I have not seen it yet in this franchise mode. I would love to see that. Who's leading in assists? It's William Nylander. Yeah, the Leafs are just on fire. Maybe a Minnesota-Toronto finals. Would love to see that. So I do want to see where our picks are ending up this year. So Edmonton. Where is Edmonton? Oh. Edmonton is 15th. 15th. Is that good for a playoff spot? So we also have Boston could turn into a lottery team. They're 19 and 24. That is going to be hard to crawl out of. Did we make a phenomenal trading Schlappick? I think a lottery pick for Jack Hughes for Nolan Patrick, a lottery pick, and a first-round pick next year. Man, oh man, I would love that. So I do want to see if technically Edmonton's in a playoff position. No, they're not. Oh, wait, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. It was upside down. So they're third in their division. They could fall out by the end of it. I would like to see that. So go LA. Go LA. Come on, LA. I don't want to play Von Sieg in the playoffs, though, because he was a machine all season long. So we have been great all season. I want to check the contract screen real quick to see maybe if we can make a mid-season deal to get something done. So Newman does want to discuss contract now. $11 million. We have $17 million to play with. Let's look at all the expiring players. Newman, Zach Werenski, Beckman, Potvin. I know we're losing Werenski this year, but we are so stacked at the defensive prospect pool that we're fine losing a defenseman like him. I know bringing him on, we weren't going to be able to retain him, especially since he's going to ask for what? $7 million? Which is an affordable contract, but especially where he's playing in the lineup, it doesn't make sense long term. Man, it might make sense just to offer Cale Newman a contract now. What does Potvin want? Potvin wants $4 million. We could make this work, guys. We could 100% make this work. So, and there's just a bunch of depth guys here who will get easy contracts. We'll probably lose Stone. Beckman can go wherever. He's not super important to my plan right now. Let's check goaltending here real quick, just to be sure. There's no goaltenders coming up. I'm going to make these deals right now. Make my offseason a little bit easier, because last year was so hectic. I would love to just get at least one of these guys back. So let's go to my calculator. Cale Newman is definitely the biggest fish that I want to get right now. We have had the most problems with him over the last few years. So 6 years. What are we looking? So he's 24. How about we match him up with... No, so Anthony Francis is coming up. We could do 5. That brings him up to 29. That would be the same year Anthony Francis is off his deal. Yeah. I could definitely deal with that. But he wants the term. 2 extra years. So who would be done by their contracts by that year? I know. I'm talking a lot, guys. I'm sorry. So. Okay, let's see. Well, there's a few guys that might be done that year. You know what? We can give him, since we've been arguing with him so long, I want to get him locked up long term. He doesn't want 8 years. This will bring him up to 33. Am I stupid? No, 31. Yeah, what am I on crack? Sorry. So 11.7 times 0.85 equals, if we can get him under $10 million, it'll be a great deal for both sides. Or maybe not his side, but if he signs this deal, everything is nice and peachy. For us, the offseason will go a lot smoother. We'll be able to base our decisions around a few RFAs. So come on, sign that deal. Please make my life a little bit easier. Mark Stone has actually been injured, so Fitzgerald is going to get in the lineup for him. He's actually hurt until the 9th. Cam Fowler, no thank you. I don't want you, Cam Fowler. I'm sorry. So Cale Newman, please do the honors and sign the contract, please. Oh, Cale Noonan signs the 7-year deal. That is huge for us. Yes, please, we get him locked down. 2 years of arguing back and forth with him. We get him back on a relatively cheap deal for the forward that he is. So, since we have him locked down, do we get Potvin now? Do we go ahead and offer, because I'm scared Potvin's going to ask for like $7 million at the end of the year. Potvin, let's see. 3 years at, well, we have $8 million to play with. 3 years, I'd rather give him 5, just so that, well, I'm going to wait on him. I might eat my words, but I want to see, maybe he'll ask for less money because his production isn't the best this year on a contract season coming off of his ELC. Hopefully. Here's hoping. So we are officially in the month of February. I don't plan on making any trades, guys. We are too good. Hopefully that trend continues, but I really don't plan on changing this team up. The offseason, sure, there'll be plenty of changes, but, oh, Arkhipov is hurt. No, until February 14th, I'll be sure to get him back in the lineup. Mark Stone is back as well, so that is huge for us. How did Fitzgerald do in his few games? 2 penalty minutes in 2 games. Absolute stud. So Mark Stone is back. Gogo, well, 26 points in 54 games. I don't hate him. Do I go back to... I'm going to keep Gogo there. I want to see how he does as a centerman, so keep racking up the wins here. Okay, there's probably a trade offer. No, first for Anderson. No, I'm not trading you a first a year in advance. 2 years in advance, sorry. Why would I do that? Matt Benning, absolute... I don't know if that's a beauty or not. 78 overall defenseman. No, I don't need that, especially at a $1.5 million cap hit. Do I look stupid to you? First regulation loss in a while to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Let's turn it around here with the win against the Carolina Hurricanes. A first, Eklund and Weller to the St. Louis Blues, and Vancouver gets Evan Bouchard and Brendan Saad. I think that's a good Eklund, if I'm not mistaken. I think that he was just drafted. I'm not sure about Weller, and a first. That's a lot to give up, but you get Bouchard and Saad, who are definitely going to help you in a postseason run. You can make of it what you will. Arkhipov is back, so I'm going to make sure to get him in the lineup. He's an absolute beauty. So who came in? Oh, Fedor Gradiv came in for him. So Arkhipov, welcome back to the squad. Absolute beauty. Hold on, I want to make sure here everything's good here. Actually, I'm going to get you out of the lineup. I want to make Thalberger here. I want Thalberger to be in the lineup because he's a stud, and I love him. Carolina, can we get a W? That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, a massive trade there. You get Francisco, who is a subscriber-created player, or a Twitter one, I can't really recall, to the New York Islanders and Adam Ernie, and the Pittsburgh Penguins get Kiefer Bellows and Cam Fowler. I'm going to say off the bat, Francisco is definitely worth what you gave up. He was created really well. He's a solid defenseman, and he's only going to get better for the Islanders. I think that's a win for the Islanders, personally. So, let's keep this month going. 46-7-4. Can we hit 50 wins here before the end of the month? Stuart Skinner to the Detroit Red Wings and a third, and the Islanders get a second and a third. Detroit trying to become a good team for once in a franchise mode. They get Stuart Skinner. That's a decent price to give up for Stuart Skinner. That's a decent goalie. I know you could find one out in free agency. Maybe Detroit is kind of cap-strapped. They get a solid goaltender. Big 3-2 victory over a Central Division rival. Make that 2 in a row against division rivals. Carolina again. Burakovsky. No, we don't want him. Oh my God, destroying teams left and right. We have officially hit 50 wins before the trade deadline. So I'm going to check the stats, and I want to see where everybody's at. Oh my God, Anthony Francis at 112 points already. We've clinched a playoff spot. Do you realize how insane that is? Okay, let's see where everybody's at. Okay, Anthony Francis is at 112 points. I want to say he can beat his best season all time, which was 128 points. Ooh, could you imagine a 140 point season? He's got 21 games left. 21 games. Even if he averages a point per game through 21 more games, holy hell, he's having a damn good season. I love you. Pietrangelo, don't discount two beauties. Alexei Pietrangelo is a machine. I don't know if he'll hit 60 goals. I doubt that'll happen. 50-goal campaign isn't too far away for him. We have 5 30-goal scorers on this team. 5. We'll potentially have 6 at the end of the year, especially with Gogolev. They're sitting at 21. Maybe he hits. Maybe he does. You never know. Pietrangelo, machine. I want to check his career at what is his statistics throughout his career? He's at 643 points in 545 games. He's been a machine his entire career. I mean, first, he won the Calder in his rookie season. He went up. He kind of stagnated at 86 points, which is still phenomenal. Hit 94, 113, 85 this year. I have a feeling he can beat his career all time. Kirill Kaprizov, what is there to say? You know, he's second on this team in goal scoring. He's the most underrated player on this team. 82 points. He's officially going to hit that point per game mark he's done that every season. His lowest season, 89 points right there. 82 points is currently his lowest with 21 games remaining. Do you know how insane that is? He's never scored less than 35. And he's already at 43. Is it another 50-goal campaign? He hasn't had one of those since, I want to say, his rookie year. It's been a while. It's been a long time coming for the Kaprizov. So hopefully he goes out and gets that. Kel Newman, fresh off of a 7-year, $9.95 million contract, is going to hit 50 goals this year, I think. 50 goals last year. He's been a consistent goal scorer, 214 goals in 389 games. It's over half a goal per game in his career. He's almost at a point per game in his career. He was a goal scorer to start his career. In these last 2 seasons, he's been a point per game machine. So I'm glad we got him locked up to a long-term deal. Louis Langweeder has been damn good. He's having a breakout season last year, 52. He's been getting progressively better each and every year, goal-scoring-wise, assist-wise, defensively. He's the all-around machine. He's a giveaway to takeaway ratio beast. He was drafted 20th overall in his draft year. He's 90 overall at 23. He was a diamond, not even in a rough. It was a phenomenal draft class, but I didn't think he was going to be the overall he was going to be. He's 82 out of the draft. We played him until the wheels came off. Phenomenal rookie season. Got better each and every year. It's officially his best season ever, and we got 21 games remaining, baby. Nolan Patrick, if he hits 70 points this year, I won't be upset. It'll be his best season ever. He's been great defensively. He's at a few penalty minutes, but he's making pace for what he usually has. Man, he's been great. He's been real good. I can't be upset with that. Chris Griffin has been around where I want him. Gogolev officially got better. He's at 21 goals, 33 points. He went up that month. He's at 21 goals. I hope he hits 25. I want him to hit 30. 9 more goals in 21 more games. I think he can do it. I would love to see that in a rookie in his sophomore year to get 30 goals. He actually has 3 shorthanded goals. He's a giveaway to takeaway ratio beast. He's a goal-scoring phenom. And currently the rookie, or one of the rookie point leaders, is Lionel Waters. 31 points. I have a feeling Dimitra took the reins and just kept going, so I have a feeling Waters is trailing a bit. Connor Dewar, Mark Stone, and Beckman have all been really, really good. The fourth line has gotten better. What I said last episode, they started off a little rough, and they got progressively better. That's what I love to see. Defense, come on. Ooh, Quinn Hughes got up to 80 points. Whoa. Wait, when the hell did that happen? Quinn Hughes, what the hell? He went off that month. What? Excuse me, Quinn Hughes. Sorry, just when you think Quinn Hughes is done putting up 118 points, he goes out there and has a phenomenal month. Last time I checked, he was only 7 points over a point per game. He's now 19 points above a point per game. What? Oh, I love him. Love him. Marcus Mironov has also been phenomenal. 61 points in 61 games. On any other team, he's their best defenseman. Brant Clark is going to have another great season. We keep not overshadowing him by all the other great players on this team, but he's consistent. That's all I ask for. Defensively, offensively, he's the man. Zach Werenski, 4 points that month, but he's good defensively, especially in a playoff bout. He's going to be important for us. Bissonnette is great. Poffin got way better that month. Addison is a throw-in player. Goaltending, I'm excited to see where it is, and Jaden Weeman is keeping pace for his season average. 45 wins, 6 losses, 3 OT losses, and 2 shutouts. That is good for a .909 and a .253 goals against. That actually went down, by .02, which is lovely. Rensfault, I want to say he didn't play any games that month, or didn't win any games that month, but he's been solid. So I'm excited to see where the league is sitting at this point in time. I want to see what some award races are. Weeman has just skyrocketed in wins. He's 10 ahead of the next best guy who has 2 games at hand. Now, Cashman is slightly dipping, but hopefully Weeman contends for that trophy. I know he might be on the chopping block come contract time, but you never know. If he performs really well, he makes a case for himself, right? Rookie skaters, I'm scared to see. Waters is actually still leading with 1 game in hand. I don't think Niemi is very scary to him. I don't think Oland, who is the first overall pick last year. I think Waters is just competition between him and Dimitra. If Waters can just have a great end of the season, I think he can take home a Calder trophy for us. I would love to see that. Defenseman. Oh my God. He went all the way up. Is he going to have another 100-point season as a defenseman? Please. He's the best defenseman of the modern era. Yes, I said it. Modern era as in 2000 onward. I know. Nicholas Lidstrom, who? No disrespect. Quinn Hughes is a machine. I'm excited to see where the point race is right now. Oh my. So, last time we checked, it was a 6-point differential. Corvo still has 1 game at hand on Francis. Did Corvo have... How many goals has he had since the last time we talked? 4 goals since the last time we talked? That's it. Okay. Maybe Anthony Francis goes for that trophy as well. 112 points. He's 13 points ahead of the next best guy. I hope he takes home his 6th straight Art Ross trophy. 6. Are you kidding me? Goals. Who's leading that category? It's now a tie. Savoie has 1 game over Corvo right now, but Corvo's really let it go in this last month. Never know who's gonna take that trophy. It was a 3-way tie between him, Francis, and Petrangelov last year for that trophy. Hopefully there's a clear-cut winner this year. Most assists, who is it? It's currently your boy. It actually tied Nylander and Quinn Hughes. So I'm done making, or not even done making trades. I'm done doing anything before we get to simulating the rest of the season. I want to see where all our picks land. First, I want to see where Edmonton is. Is Edmonton's still in a playoff position in their division? Not by a lot, because it looks like both the wild cards go to Winnipeg and St. Louis. So, if Los Angeles can tie Edmonton or beat them in that race, it looks like there's going to be a problem for Edmonton. Hopefully they miss the playoffs, but I do want to see where the Bruins lay. Bruins, so they got better that month. That is sad for us. Boston is, they're closing in on a playoff position. Hopefully they miss out and we get a potential lottery pick. You never know. It's magic beans at this point. I'm okay with it. We spent Schlappick for 2 firsts. I'll take it at this point. They were supposed to be a champion. Doesn't hurt at all. So we are running away for the President's Trophy right now. I know we got a month and a bit more of simulation. Hopefully it's a great end of the season. I don't plan on making any trades. Let's go all the way to the end of the regular season against the Arizona Coyotes, who I will slow sim, because I know slow sim is a terrible, terrible thing to deal with. But, Blodker to the Winnipeg Jets. Mark Scheifele to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, if you don't know who Blodker is, someone in my comments section noted that Blodker is actually 6'10", which would make him the tallest player in the NHL. And the way that happened is, when I created him, I made him 6'9". He mirrored Chara, and he must have grown, and the computer didn't notice it, and he grew to 6'10". Blodker is a massive player, which is crazy to see. Numelin, end of first to the Calgary Flames, and the Colorado Avalanche get McCann. That's too soon. Colorado, you never trade a first. Don't do it. No. I rarely ever try to trade my own first-round draft pick, especially if I don't have more to pull from. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh. Oh, God. Terrible trade. First-round pick for Jared McCann. You take that every day of the week. You run to the bank, okay? Another trade in the works here. I'm not sure. Computer is moving slow. Bure, not the good Bure. Goalie prospect to the Winnipeg Jets, and Philadelphia gets Kevin LeBlanc, prospect defenseman, a 4th and a 5th. I'm assuming that goaltender was a medium elite. 6-3 loss to the LA Kings, and then we lose back-to-back games, actually. New York Rangers, can we... Okay, we're hitting our stride here, but we pick up a win against Dallas. William Bitten's hurt in the AHL. I'm not too worried about that. Head coach plays player. I'm talking too fast. Big win against Colorado. Let's get William Bitten back in here because I feel like it. Okay, I know. Our AHL team won the championship in the AHL last year, which is pretty big. I want to make sure they continue to play well. So Buffalo, come on. Big win there. Keep it going, Minnesota. There we go. There we go. Keep it going. I want Anthony Francis to hit 140. Nashville Predators have fired their head coach in Philippe Lacourtier. Good for them. Do whatever you need to do, I guess. View draft class. Not too worried about that at this point in time. Dallas, regulation loss. That is our first. That we're finally made it to double-digit losses in the regulation column, but we are stomping teams to the end of the year. Pittsburgh's fired their head coach, which is cool, whatever. Chris Griffin has actually been hurt until April 3rd, so I'm going to go to head coach place a player. It's not too far to the end of the season. He should be back in time for playoffs. Actually, he might come back before the end of the season. Right, that is good for us. Fitzgerald, how did you do in your games? 1 assist. Absolute beauty. You can't beat him. He's an absolute machine. Come on, here we go. Let's finish the season off strong. Philadelphia, big win there. 64 wins. Can we hit 67? Oh my God. 66, 10, and 5. Let's finish the season off strong against the, I almost said the Phoenix Coyotes. The Arizona Coyotes. They're 34, 43, and 3. Let's keep it going. First period. 1-0. Anthony Francis. I wonder what goal that is for him. Second period. Ooh. Marcus Mironov, Beckman, Niemi scores for Arizona. Petrangelov scores late in the second period, and that should be good for our regular season 67th win. Cale Newman tops up the end of the season statistics. Might as well bury them. The captain Kaprizov on the power play. That is good for me. Another power play for Minnesota. Pietrangelo, my God, I hope Anthony Francis is getting a few points there. And we rip the Coyotes apart in regulation 7-1 to finish out our regular season. Who is the 3 stars this evening? Kel Newman with 3 points, Pietrangelo with 2 goals, and Eminem with 2 points. Phenomenal end to the regular season. Too bad we hit double-digit losses in the regulation column, but we had 139 points, which is 3 better than last year. You see Anthony Francis, he has 142 points. 142 points. Okay. Wow. I am... Oh, wow. Let's sim to the end of the season here. Make sure all these teams play out at the end of the season. Who will we be playing in the first round? It is the Winnipeg Jets. That'll be an interesting first round matchup, but I want to see where everybody finished. I'm relatively going to speed through this because it's been a long friggin' video, but Anthony Francis has his best season yet, 142 points. That is 754 points in 492 games. His best assist season over an assist per game. He's a plus 80 and 10 game-winning goals. Maybe Nolan Patrick was the guy to go out and get. I'm just saying. 60 goals last year. He hits his what he usually gets for goals. I mean, that is his second worst goal output, but 142 points nonetheless. He's winning some trophies this year. Why did I say Anthony Pietrangelo? Alexei Pietrangelo. Don't you disrespect his name. 54 goals, 60 assists, 114 points. That is his best season yet. The captain, Kirill Kaprizov, went off back-to-back 106-point seasons. His first 50-goal season since his rookie year. I do love seeing that. Kel Newman, another 50-goal campaign for the young guy. That means we had 4 50-goal scorers on this team. Almost 5 50-goal scores. Do you know how insane that is? Has any team ever had 4 50-goal scorers on one team? I'm assuming Edmonton in the 80s, but that is crazy. Louis Langweeder hit 92 points this year. Our top 6 was unbeatable. I hope they don't go cold in the playoffs because, obviously, our luck, that's how this works. 21 power play points, 9 game winners. Louis Langweeder came up to bat, and I don't know what his nickname is. I've never actually come up with a nickname for him. Double L. I'm not too sure what it is. Maybe if you have a nickname for him, I'm totally here to hear it. Nolan Patrick finished about career average in points, 65, which is good for his second best season ever. He came in and had a plus 73, guys. I know that is I know it's vice versa. You know, it's a reason our team did well, but our team did well, and that it shows on Nolan Patrick. His giveaway to takeaway ratio was great. He was great. All around, I really, really liked what he brought to the table. I think it was a decent trade. You never know. Sergei Gogolev had a great end of the season. He's up to an 86, 44 points. He's getting better every year. I see a lot of Louis Langweeder and him, both very, very similar players out of the draft. Ooh, he's a beauty. He's an absolute beauty. Lionel Waters finished with 44 points in his rookie season. Maybe he'll be taking home some hardware. I would love to see that. Chris Griffin, 40 points, half point per game. That's exactly where I want him career average. Connor Dewar, great. Mark Stone, fabulous. Adam Beckman, really well. The fourth line got better as time went on. We had a phenomenal season, but I want to see where the best defenseman in the world finished. 106 points. Who was the last defenseman to get back-to-back 100-point seasons? I want to say Paul Coffey. I think I'm right. 106 points, back-to-back 100-point seasons for Quinn Hughes. Actually, a low assist season for him, you know. Goal to assist ratio. It's his best goal output ever. 16 goals. And he only had 18 power play points. Do you realize how insane that is? Oh my god. He's up to 744 points in 743 games, so now he's officially over a point per game in his career. Marcus Mironov, a point per game season, not to be overshadowed by Quinn Hughes' phenomenal season. What else can you say, man? Brandt Clarke, a phenomenal year, actually one of his best seasons yet. He had 76 is his best. And 74, that is his second best season ever. Wow. And it was a plus 97, so he was kind of good, I guess. Zach Werenski, 34 points. That's exactly what we got him for, especially going into a playoff bout. I keep saying that, but that's the truth. Potvin had a great end of the season. Bissonnette had a great year. Great defensive season. I'm excited to see where Weeman finished up. 59 wins, 8 regulation losses, 4 OT losses, 3 shutouts, 9-10, and a 9-50. Our backup was great. Christian Rensfeldt, 9-2-1. His statistics are kind of weird, but I get that from rookie goalies. Weeman went off. So to end the video, I'm going to see, are we taking home some hardware this season? Weeman obviously finished with the most wins in the NHL. 59 wins, that is 10 more than the next best guy, and the next guy after Carter Hart is UC Saros. Now, Cashman did have an iffy end of the season. Weeman's taking home another trophy, boys. With the amount of wins he has from the next best guy, and a 9-10 and a 2.5 goals against, he's taking home some hardware. I love that. Rookie skaters. Do we have a Calder winner this year? Oh, and Lionel Waters is taking home the Calder, no doubt. I doubt there's a rookie goalie because they never win the trophy anyways. 44 points in 82 games. Not the best rookie class, but he goes out there, wins a trophy in his first year of play. Now, I'm assuming Quinn Hughes is taking home the Norris for his 5th straight season. Yes, I said 5th straight year. The next best defenseman was Marcus Mironov, especially since he had a plus 64, and Jogren had a minus 6. Phenomenal. But I am excited to see who is taking home the Art Ross. It is Anthony Francis. 56 goals, 86 assists, 142 points. Corvo had a phenomenal end of the year. I'm not going to lie. 74 goals. That's hard to beat. But a great end of the season for the Toronto Maple Leafs player, but that was not good enough to beat Anthony freaking Francis. Taking home his 6th straight Art Ross, and he'll take home the MVP too. I mean, Corvo might contend for that just because he has so many goals, but we also had 67 regular season wins. Who had the most goals? Savoie had the most goals in the league. Gasp. Oh my. Most assists goes to William Nylander with 95. Good for you, Nylander. Do like to see that. Super sweet. Best plus minus? Oh, it was Brandt Clarke. Oh, this team. We got better. Even though the trades I made were kind of forced, we were still that damn good. Minnesota, the best team in the league by far. Did Edmonton miss out? Yes! Edmonton missed out of a playoff spot. Oh my god, yes. Hell yes. Oh my god, Edmonton missed out. We have a potential lottery pick, boys. I know they're one of the best teams to miss the playoffs, but that's good for us. Did Boston miss? Boston missed too! We have 2 potential lottery picks this year, boys. Yes! Yes! This season is coming up clutch. The draft is for another time, though. The next episode will be round 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs against the Winnipeg Jets. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please leave a like, leave a comment, share it with people who you think may enjoy this sort of thing. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.